As they enter the deserted station, their footsteps echo in the cavernous space. The lights flickered ominously, casting long shadows on the walls. Jisoo and Taeyang move cautiously, their eyes scanning the dark corners for any sign of Yuna on her men. A figure emerged from the shadows, and Jisoo's breath coughed in her throat. Yuna stood there, a smug smile on her lips, her eyes cold and calculating. Beside her, Minji was bound to a chair, her face pale and terrified. I see you have decided to join us, Yuna said, her tone mocking. I'm impressed. Most people would have run by now. Let her go, Yuna, Taeyang demanded, stepping forward. This is between us. Release Minji, and we will settle this once and for all. Yuna's smile widened. Oh, but you see, Minji is very much part of this. She is the one who had to be sacrificed to ensure you both came here. But don't worry, she will survive the night if you cooperate. Taeyang's jaw tightened. What do you want? Yuna took a step closer, her eyes glinting with malicious glee. The other half of the Obsidian project data. Hand it over, and I will let Minji go. Refuse, and well, I am sure you can imagine the consequences. Jisoo and Taeyang exchanged a quick glance. The tension was palpable, and every second felt like an eternity. They had hoped to outwit Yuna, but it was clear she had anticipated their every move. I don't have it with me, Taeyang said, his voice steady. You will have to trust me that I am not playing games, but if you let Minji go, I promise we'll figure something out. Yuna laughed, a chilling sound that echoed through the station. Oh, Taeyang, you always were the idealist. You see, this is not just about the data, it's about power and control, and I intend to have both. She turned her gaze to Jisoo. You, my dear, have been a delightful pawn, but now it's time for you to witness the final act of this twisted game. Suddenly, a new figure appeared, someone Jisoo had not expected, Yuna's right hand man, who had been silently observing from the sidelines. He stepped forward, holding a device that looked like a detonator. The realization hit Jisoo like a bolt of lightning. Yuna had planned for more than just a simple exchange. This is not just about the data, Yuna continued, her voice cold and cruel. There's a bomb planted in the station. If you don't cooperate, it will go off. If you do, I will let Minji go and spare you all from the disaster. Panic surged through Jisoo, but Taeyang's expression remained focused. We need to get everyone out of there, he said urgently. There's no time to argue. Jisoo looked at Taeyang, her eyes filled with both fear and determination. Let's do this, for Minji, for us. In a swift move, Taeyang and Jisoo sprang into action. Taeyang grabbed the detonator from Yuna's men, wrestling him to the ground in a fierce struggle. Jisoo rushed to Minji, using her knowledge of knots and ropes to free her from the chair. As the chaos unfolded, Yuna's plan started to unravel. She tried to intervene, but Taeyang and Jisoo worked in unison, their desperation fueling their action. Finally, Taeyang managed to disable the detonator, rendering the bomb useless. Yuna's face turned pale as she realized her scheme had failed. In a last-ditch attempt to escape, she bolted towards the station's exit. But Taeyang tackled her before she could get far. Minji, now freed and shaken, watched as Yuna was restrained by Taeyang's swift and decisive actions. You won't get away with this, Yuna hissed, her eyes filled with venom. There will always be someone out there to take my place. Taeyang's face was set in grim determination as he secured Yuna's wrist. We are done with you. You have lost. As the authorities arrived, alerted by the commotion, Jisoo and Taeyang watched as Yuna was taken away, her threats hanging in the air. The danger had passed, but the aftermath was still heavy. 2 months had passed since the dramatic slowdown on the railway station. Jisoo and Taeyang had finally found peace in the aftermath of their harrowing experience. Their lives were filled with a new sense of hope and joy. One sunny morning, as Jisoo slept hearty, she felt a flutter of excitement in her heart. She had been feeling different for a while, and the thought of a possible pregnancy had been on her mind. That morning, she decided to take a pregnancy test, her hands trembling with anticipation. After what felt like an eternity, the test results were clear. Jisoo was pregnant. Tears of joy filled her eyes as she held the positive test in her hands. She took a deep breath and knew she had to share the news with Taeyang. Later that day, Taeyang arrived home to find Jisoo waiting for him with a tender smile. She took his hands and led him to the living room where she revealed the pregnancy test. Taeyang, she said softly, her voice trembling with emotion, we are going to have a baby. Taeyang's eyes widened in disbelief and then, filled with tears of joy, he pulled Jisoo into a warm embrace, his heart swelling with love and excitement. This is incredible news, he said, his voice choked with emotion. We are going to be a family. As their joy settled into a comfortable routine, they began to plan their future together. They chose a cozy house where they could start their new life as a family. The process of setting up their home was filled with laughter and anticipation. Their wedding was a small, intimate affair surrounded by close friends and family. The ceremony took place in a serene garden, with the couple exchanging vows under a canopy of blooming flowers. The love and commitment they shared were palpable as they promised to support and cherish each other for the rest of their lives. The month flew by as they prepared for the arrival of their baby. Jisoo's growing belly was a constant reminder of the new chapter they were embarking on. Taeyang was by her side every step of the way, attending prenatal appointments and helping with preparations. One evening, as they sat together in their new home, Jisoo and Taeyang reflected on their journey. They had faced incredible challenges and emerged strong. Their love deepened by their shared experiences. But just as they were beginning to enjoy their newfound happiness, a knock on the door interrupted their peaceful moment. Taeyang answered it to find a package waited for them labeled Obsidian Project with a note attached. The note read, the truth is never fully revealed. Some secrets are meant to stay hidden, but beware, your past might have more twists than you imagine. As Jisoo and Taeyang read the note, a shadow of concern crossed their faces. The message hinted that their past might not be as resolved as they had hoped. Despite their recent victory and happiness, they were reminded that the echoes of the past were still present. With the final twist hanging over them, Jisoo and Taeyang embraced their resolve strengthened. They knew their journey wasn't over, but they faced the future with a sense of determination and unity. As they look out at the cityscape from their new home, the setting sun casting a warm glow over the horizon, they were filled with a mix of hope and caution. They had come through so much together, and they were ready to face whatever come next. With their love and their growing family as a guiding light, the chapter ends on a hopeful note as Jisoo and Taeyang prepare for the future while acknowledging that their past may still hold surprises. Their love and commitment shine brightly as they move forward together.